So you just had your mining the Akash session. How was that for you? Tell us all about it.
Interesting. It's not what I thought would come up, or I didn't know what to expect. When I first landed, I knew straight away that it was like not a pebble floor, but like a man-made floor. So to me, I knew straight away it was a monastery. So it had the little thong type things, and it had the long dark brown, like really dark brown, itchy kind of a coat. And as I went up, he kind of had this, he was somewhat young, so I knew he was a student. So he was about 42, but what he considered a student. So whether he got into this quite late, the little white robe. So and he was just walking through the monastery. And he had a weird hairstyle, so it was like bald and then these little bits of hair, and neatly shaven. So, like, I kept thinking Friar Tuck, but it's not Friar Tuck. And when you asked where it was, for whatever reason, it's Mongolia. And I thought, but to me, he felt Spanish. I don't know why. I thought, I don't think the two go. But anyway, and the monastery is on some sort of a hill somewhere. I got the impression that somebody came and built it there. It wasn't meant to be there, but it was built there somehow. And so like all roads led to this monastery, so people would go there. And then I was trying to work out what he did. So he worked with children and animals. So I saw llamas. I saw little kids with books, so he was helping them read. But it was like he was starting something or learning something. And all they kept saying was that he's learning to have fun. He's learning to learn. So he needs to have fun. He needs to not be so serious. So they're doing this with him so he could learn to, like relax into it. And then when you said about the family, I just saw a huge room full of monks all sitting with their, some of them are quite happy, chirping, some of them are quite serious, but most of them are they have a bit of a joke, and then they get into their thing, they're all meditating, and I couldn't understand what this would possibly mean. So then when you said to go back later, the room was slightly different, although I think it was the same place. It may not have been, but he was at the front of it. So he was up on a few steps, not much higher than everyone else, and he was in a white robe, and he had a very white beard, no hair. Well, I don't think he had hair. And they were meditating, but it was like he was also telling them things. So whether he was a teacher, whether he was a healer, I'm not really sure. It's like he was teaching them stuff, so everybody was very intently watching him. And he would have the occasional joke and no one was quite sure what to say. So they all kind of looked at each other, and he laughed, and then everybody laughed. And so it was like as if, some things in life, you can take serious, but, take this quite, with a grain of salt kind of thing. But the room was adorned with gold and beautiful works of art. And I kind of asked, if they're monks, where do they get all this? And they say those are the gifts that they were given for all the help that they have given to other people. So it was a thank you. So he said that the abundance comes to you when you don't accept it. It just comes. So when you were asking, what was it in that life? So I suppose when you do things for others with no expectation, then things just come to you naturally, however that comes. And for them, it came in beautiful works of art, but they were all still in their clothes and they still did everything. Pain my head. So yeah, and then when we came back, so I was trying to work. But when we came back and you said to integrate it, I could feel something coming over my body. What it was that the guy did, I have no idea. So whether it was wisdom, whether it was knowledge, I have no idea. So...
And that fun, that ability to have fun while you're learning and to have that natural
progression.
Ability to teach and...
Yeah. So it's like even though the guy, he had started quite late in his life, I'm 41 this year. So it was funny that he was 42. And, but it's almost like he got older with wisdom. So whether he was exceptionally old, you know, when he passed or whatever it was. But, you know...
yeah, so it's like you can be a student even at 40-something and just have fun and play with it.
Yeah, I do have that problem actually in my life because I keep studying and I think, you know, I'm 40-something years old, I shouldn't be studying. I should know all this stuff. And it's like, well, everyone's got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's always in the back of your mind, I'm too old. But then apparently not. So...
yes. So the learning and the lessons, I'm not too old to learn. I can have fun and learn.
Yeah.
And still rise to great heights and have all the abundance I need.
That I need, yeah. So he led a very happy life. It was very contented. So it was just that very big community that they had. And they lived a long time. And the communities all gave them what they needed. So they never had to ask for anything. And so everybody came there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was interesting.
So it's about, that you'll have all your needs provided for.
Yeah. It's just a matter of maybe having a little bit more fun and not taking things too seriously.
Exactly. So you can apply that to your life now.
Yeah.
And enjoy the learning.
Yeah.
Enjoy the wisdom, enjoy the healing, and know and expect that you'll be abundantly supplied with things in exchange for that.
Yeah. Just me, there's light change, but yeah.
And how's the feeling in your head? Is that gone?
It's like an intensity, like right in the middle of my head.
So
I think it's a processing.
Third eye, pineal, processing and integrating it into the 3-dimensional.
I do have a lot of problems with trying to meditate. It was just funny that I just happened to be a monk that did it.
So you might find that it's a lot easier.
Yeah, now,
especially when you're not so serious about it.
Yeah. So that was kind of it's really surprised me. But the Mongolian and the Spanish thing really, so I'll have to research it and have a look. You know, maybe somewhere somebody did put somewhere where they weren't meant to. I got that impression, but it stayed. And then, we'll see.
Interesting.
Very
good.
Cool. I was researching the monks, and that's the exact picture.
Oh, right.
Although it was a little bit bald on top, but yeah.
Turn it down a little bit. Yeah, we get that. Let me see if I can.
That way?
Yeah, there we go. Spanish monk. Look at that. Exactly what you saw.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, the hood and everything.
Spanish monk. Good.
I have a feeling that it was in Mongolian times, not Mongolic, because there's no Spanish monastery. But the monasteries that I saw were so intricate from what I saw. Like the way they did it was really architectural, and it was the same. So
cool.
All right, so just tuning into again what you got from the Mining the Akash.
my little monk friend.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And you found him on the phone as well. You Googled him.
Yeah, I did.
So it was a Spanish monk.
He was a Spanish monk, yes.
And that was you.
Yeah, it was me, yes. He, even though he started quite late, he had to learn the basics first.
Yeah.
So willing to be able to have fun with what it is that he's learning, but being able to approach people, and I suppose some of the hardest people to approach are animals and children. And I can understand that. And so the rest just progresses. And so then he became quite a significant influence in other people's lives and being a teacher.
Even though I am that monk,
Even though I am that monk,
I am going to be a significant teacher in other people's lives.
I am going to be a significant teacher in other people's lives.
In this life.
In this life.
Just like that life.
Just like that life.
This life is mirroring that life.
This life is mirroring that life.
I'm already starting late as a student.
I'm already starting late as a student.
Just like he did.
Just like he did.
And I'm not going to worry about that anymore.
And I'm not going to worry about that anymore.
All the timing is perfect.
All the timing is perfect.
And just like him.
And just like him.
That me back then.
That me back then.
I'm going to have fun with my learning.
I'm going to have fun with my learning.
And I'm really looking forward to it.
And I am actually really looking forward to it.
I used to criticise myself.
I used to criticise myself.
I used to judge myself.
I used to judge myself.
Comparing myself to others.
Comparing myself constantly to others.
And I don't need to do that anymore.
And I don't need to do that anymore.
It's okay that I'm starting later in life.
It's okay that I'm starting later in life.
And I'm starting at the beginning.
And I'm starting at the beginning.
And I'm tuning into what gives me passion.
And I'm tuning into what gives me passion.
What lights me up.
And what lights me up.
And I will work with those who are drawn to me.
And I will work with those who are drawn to me.
And people will be drawn to me.
And people will be drawn to me.
And just like that monk.
And just like that monk.
I'll be a great teacher.
I'll be a great teacher.
Because I've already lived that.
Because I've already lived that.
I've already been that.
I've already been that.
That is my experience.
That is my experience.
And I've opened the door.
And I've opened the door.
To that experience.
To that experience.
I know how to be that me now.
I know how to be that me now.
I have that
I
experience.
have that experience.
It's part of me now.
It's part of me now.
It's activated in me now.
It's activated in me. Activated in me now.
I am that monk.
I am that monk.
I have all of his knowledge.
I have all of his knowledge.
All of his fun.
All of his fun.
I am a great teacher.
And I am a great teacher.
And people will be drawn to me.
And people will be drawn to me.
And I look forward to all the learning and the teaching.
I look forward to all the learning and the teaching.
I am original.
And I am original. And all the abundance that goes with
Yes,
it.
and all the abundance that I still have.
And all the abundance I still have.
And I still remember.
And I still remember.
Like all that gold and all the ornaments.
Like all the gold and all the ornaments.
That were brought to him.
That were brought to him.
In exchange for the healing.
In exchange for the healing.
In exchange for the teaching.
In exchange for the teaching.
There was abundance of it all.
There was abundance of it all.
And I expect the abundance to be just as good.
And I expect the abundance to be just as good.
In this lifetime.
In this lifetime.
Surrounded by it.
Surrounded by it.
People just offering it to me all the time.
People just offering it to me all the time.
And I'll enjoy the abundance.
And I will definitely enjoy the abundance.
I deserve it.
I deserve it.
I've created it.
I've created it.
It's an exchange.
It's an exchange.
And people expect an exchange.
And people expect an exchange.
I can even ask for an exchange.
I can even ask for an exchange.
And people might even give me more than what I ask.
People may even give me more than what I asked.
I'm filled with abundance.
I am truly filled with abundance.
And I really look forward to all that I learn.
And I look forward to all that I learn.
And teach and give.
Teach and give.
And receive.
And receive.
How does that feel?
Actually, I feel like I'm up here somewhere, but yeah. I had a real hot pop then.
Yeah, or something like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah,
Isn't that cool?
it is.
It like just cements it all in place. You have the experience of it, and it's like, yeah, that's my experience. It's in me. It's opened the door to it,
Yes.
and it's activated, and it's happening now in me.
Yeah, something just went straight through my body just then. Yeah.
So it's part of you. It's your gift, and it's like you've opened that present and unwrapped it, and it's yours now.
Yeah. Gift to self. So is there a process of this integrating?
It's just intuitively
there.
what we just
Okay.
did.
Yeah.
What we just did. So you can practice to the past life regression recordings and do even more of this work on your own, and then just do a couple of rounds of tapping upwards to cement it all in. It's like, this is mine now. I've opened and unwrapped the present, and it's mine. This is my gift, my experience. This is who I am.
Yeah. Awesome.
Mm.
Doing it.
Yeah. good. We need more people like this doing the work.
You didn't need the tissues either.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So well done.
Thank you so much, Jenny. You are such a gift. Thank you.
Well, all I'm doing is bringing through my gifts for other people too. See?
Yeah.
Just like you will be.
Yeah.
Awesome.